Steve, thanks for joining us. We exit the FA Trophy tonight 6-5 on penalties to FC Halifax Town, but it must be a performance that you're really proud of, and we've pushed the National League team all the way.
Yeah. I mean, if you said to me earlier on I'd be standing here talking to you and we've lost in the penalty shootout, as you said, to Halifax, I'm going to be standing here thinking we've probably played well, and I thought we were fantastic on the night. Against a really strong national side, albeit they'd made a couple of changes which I expected. I couldn't fault the performance tonight. And that's what we said to the boys beforehand. You just got to make sure whatever happens in the game, whatever the score is, that we come off afterwards and say we couldn't have done any more than we did. And we have not done that in the last 2 league games, and that's been my biggest issue with them in the last couple of games. But tonight was different. I thought we were good first half. Disappointing first goal to give away. Bad mistake from us. Gave possession away when we should have cleared the lines and we should come in 0-0. And then you are chasing the game a little bit, but we asked them not to panic second half, and they didn't. We stuck with it. We'll always create chances. The problem lately has been whether or not we take those chances. And George then comes up with a moment of magic with a free kick, which is brilliant. And we think we've got half a chance here. Then they score a free kick, which was superb, well worked. It looked like it was a copy of the World Cup one, I think, with Holland. Stupid foul that we gave away in the first place, but we're good at that. And then we missed a chance with a minute to go. I thought we'd blown it, and then George comes up with another one, and it was a proper cup tie tonight, and both sides had a real go. But penalties are penalties. Just said to the boys in there, the lads have missed, don't worry about it. I know they will, but some of them have scored before, but you've got to have the balls to go up and take them. Unfortunately, they scored one more than we did, and that's it. So yeah, difficult one to take, but performance-wise was magnificent tonight. And bear in mind, we had a little bit of bad luck. Obviously, a couple of 2 centre halves coming off injured, which is not exactly what we need in the minute, and even more so with JT first start back, and he was playing well. Yeah. Things did go for us at times, but listen, if you play like that, I was proud of the players tonight, and unfortunately, we didn't get what some might feel we deserved to win the penalty shootout, but that's football.
Yeah, I mean, as you were saying, there was a real stop-start first half. You know, everyone in the stat was kind of surprised that only 2 minutes went up, because there were so many. I think it was about 4 or 5 lengthy stoppages, and only 2 minutes went up, and it was a real stop-start, scrappy first half. And you must have been disappointed, as you said, to let a goal in the way you did, kind of, you know, literally a minute or two before half time. You know, what was the but heads didn't drop at half time despite that. You know, Came in at 1-0 down a couple of minutes before half time, conceding the goal, but it was still positive in the changing room.
I think when you play sides at higher levels, if you stay in the game, the longer you're in the game, the more confidence it breeds with you. And I felt we was looked a bit nervy first 5-10 minutes, gave the ball away quite a bit, and then we settled down. We had a couple of good passages of play, and when we played, we got in and caused them 1 or 2 problems. I thought we looked to threat on the break. I felt that they then had a spell in the game where they started to boss the game a little bit, and without creating much, but they were causing us problems. Good movement in beyond forward with 2 of the wide or midfield boys, and they tested us. But they're a full-time side who work on stuff like that every day. We get an hour and 20 minutes on a Thursday night at Whitmore High School, so that's a challenge in itself. And but no, we were confident. Yeah, the goal was disappointing, and we should give goals away like that, but. We make it easy sometimes for people to score against us, but I think the boys took confidence of how they played in the first half. We just said to them, look, stay in the game. That's the key thing, and that was what we didn't do Saturday in the league.
Bit of a cliche, but stay in the game, and against any team you're going to get a chance or two at some point, and that's exactly what happened. I thought when, you know, obviously George scored an amazing free kick to equalise, and then after that, I think there was a spell where you thought we really had a go, and they looked really dangerous, and they looked a bit nervy, and you thought, you know, real chance. I think there was a real goalmouth scramble. I don't know, somehow the ball trickled wide, and that was with only about a minute to go, and you think, well, that's perhaps our chance gone. And then obviously George equalised in the way he did. You know, almost last kick of the game. You think you're going to take that into penalties. The momentum's with us.
Yeah, I must admit, when it went to penalties after, like, the way George had scored and then getting the equaliser that late, and we've had it in similar rounds this year in the trophy where things have gone for us, and you think could be our night again, but obviously it wasn't. And yes, as I said before, penalties are penalties, and we've won a few this year on penalties and before, and we've lost 1 or 2, and that will be the same for any team that ever goes through them. But it's frustrating, as I say, but performance-wise was really, really good against top players. And said the boys before, for some of you, especially the younger boys, it's an opportunity for you to put yourself in the shop window. You played really well tonight. There'd be people here watching. You don't know where that could take you, and I think 1 or 2 of them certainly didn't do themselves any harm tonight. But the concern, not the concern. What we just said to them now is you've got to take that.
You kind of lead on to the next question
because the last 2 league games we've conceded 8 goals, and I'm fed up with other managers saying, "Oh, you played well. You got a good side there. You played good football." Saturday we were great first half. Switched off for 2 minutes second half. We lost the game 3-0. Yeah, decisions didn't go our way. They should have had a keeper sent off. This and that, but those things happen in football. You can't keep blaming other reasons. And same at Western at home. And even if we'd have won tonight, I've still got the out from Saturday because I think we're better than that. But the league don't lie. We are where we are at the minute. We're in a tough position. I knew this season would always be tough from what we lost in the summer. We had a very poor start, and then we got ourselves going and given ourselves a chance. But we've got 18 league games, and I think we probably need to win maybe 7, 8, 9 games of those to give ourselves a chance. We can do that, but you've got to take that kind of performance tonight into and how we defended tonight, because
as you said, they scored. Scored with. You can't think of too many other shots on target or obvious chances that they had apart from the goals.
If you look from open play, I think we probably created a little bit more. But open play, I don't really remember Jacob making too many saves. The first one was a mistake from us, and to be fair, it's a good finish. The second one, we give a free kick. Well, the free kick's brilliant. Full credit to them. They clearly worked on that, and that's a great goal. So no problem with that. But in general play against a team that's where they are and where we are, they're full time, we're not. We matched them. But we've got to do that against teams in our own league. It's all very well players turning up tonight, big crowd here, and people watching, and think, I might be able to get myself a move, do this and that. That's great. But if you want to get a proper move, start doing that every single week. And I think we still do need to add a couple. I was starting to get pleased with what we got.
How long is it to the deadline? We've got 10:20. Yeah. We've got 40 minutes, Steve.
Deadline's been going for 8 years. Last week I got here and it's still going now. Hell of a deadline that is. But yeah, we might need to add a couple now. Obviously JT's don't look great, which is a shame.
Same, simply obviously no one near him, and he kind of looked like
it's the same knee.
Twisted and fell off, twisted awkwardly.
He looked like he caught his studs in the turf, and we'll have a better idea Thursday, but obviously it don't look great being the same now. I'm gutted for him.
As you said, because first proper, start, I think, proper game.
Didn't look out of place at all tonight.
No, he was playing well.
It was a gamble to play him. He played with 23 Saturday. I said to him, "How do you feel?" He said, "No." He said, "If I need to play, I'll play." And we were about to take Preds off when he did his knee, and obviously Preds was struggling as well. So, but listen, they're not the reasons why we haven't picked up points late in the league. We played well in patches in games, but when we haven't played well in the games, we concede, and but that needs to be fixed really quickly. So we might need 1 or 2 changes Saturday, because even though tonight was brilliant, the last few league games ain't been acceptable. They need to up the game. You
kind of just finally touched upon it. They're obviously taking tonight into the next few league games. Saturday's Beaconsfield at home. I think they're in pretty good form at the moment. I think they put 5 past Chesham at the weekend, and then I think after so that's obviously going to be a tough game. And then I think the 2 games after that are against teams in and around us, down the bottom. So big couple of weeks coming up.
Yeah, massive. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a game at a time. Don't think too far ahead with it, because you can say, right, we've got to win, we've got to beat Northley, and then you can lose your 2 before. We can beat anyone on a day. I've got no problem with that, but we can also lose to anyone on a day because we're not consistent enough. We're young. We do make mistakes at times and wrong decision making, but listen, I still think we've got a good side here, good squad, and as I say, everyone we play against tells me that. Funny, they only tell me when we beat them. I'd quite like someone to come over and say, "I thought you lot were crap, but we beat them 1-0, like we did to Hartley Whitley a few weeks ago." We need to be able to dig a few of them out, and but the players have got to stand up now. At times this year they've been brilliant in certain games. Whether we've won, drawn, or lost, have been great. And in the trophy, it's been a great run for the club. It's been good. Furthest the club's gone for probably about 30 years. but you can't pick and choose when you do it. And I felt that I've never questioned the players' work rate or desire. I think they put a shift in every game. I did hear a comment from Saturday's game that looked like we threw the towel in. We didn't throw the towel in Saturday. We're 3-0 down and the game's over. That's what it looks like sometimes from the side. But the boys don't throw the towel in. But we've got to find a way quickly of picking points up. Yeah, we've had tough games, but they're all tough. But you talk about the next 3 games, we've got to be picking up 6-7 points out of them games. Because at the minute we are in trouble. It's a long way to go, loads of points to play for. But the quicker you get them on, the better, because it's going to be a tough run. As I said at the start, it's always going to be tough from day one. Nothing's changed, but we've got to make sure that they've got the stomach for the fight, and I believe they have. We just might need to bring 1 or 2 maybe more mature players with a little bit more know-how. I thought that's probably what we lacked a little bit on Saturday, and that's what Hendon and above us overall. So no, we'll train Thursday and look to go again on Saturday. Fingers crossed.
Cheers, Steve. Thanks very much for your time. Well played again tonight, and good luck on Saturday.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.